Good evening. When I was first invited to speak here tonight, I was very glad to hear the theme was "Oh, the places you'll go." I feel that ICC has supported me in going many places. However, as I thought about it, I realized just how hard it was for me to put to words the meaning of all the places and the support that I've received from ICC. As I kept thinking over these past years at ICC and kept thinking of what to write, I kept visualizing something. A scene from one of my favorite movies, Forrest Gump. I thought of the scene that's repeated as the movie opens and closes. It's a beautiful scene. A small white feather is blowing through the clear sky. As it slowly floats down, you see the contrast of the South's beautiful trees and nature blending with the busy streets of the city. The feather lands on an unaware businessman. He carries it temporarily on his suited shoulder before again this fresh breeze catches it, skims it over the windshield of a moving car, which causes it to swirl through the air and across the street, landing on the tired, worn running shoes of Forrest Gump. And I thought, oh, all the places those shoes have gone. I kept visualizing this scene for a number of reasons. The feather parallels Forrest's life as he goes from place to place. I think we all can relate to this. We all have gone from place to place, whether it's a physical place, a mental place, or the place that our hearts desire. Though maybe not all of us can bolster as Forrest Gump can, that we have taught Elvis how to dance, ran across the entire country, won a Medal of Honor, were ping pong champions, or met the president countless times. However, we all have our own story to tell, a story that we will continue to write with the help of the fresh breeze that's supporting us along the way. My story began 1,000 miles away in my country of birth, Mexico, in Juarez, Mexico. It's a place that I hold near to my heart, but unfortunately, it's also a place that claimed more than 2,000 drug-related homicides last year. For me, a fresh breeze brought me right here to Peoria as a child. That fresh breeze was my hard-working, blue-collar immigrant parents that moved here in the hopes of giving their 3 sons a better life. And that they did. With my father working as a janitor and maintenance man, and my mother, who is here tonight, working as a maid, I feel our lot in life was grand. My brothers and I attended all District 150 schools, from Irving to Greeley to Longfellow, Lincoln, Woodruff, and eventually graduating from Richwoods. I had a blessed and memorable childhood. And as I grew older, I latched on more and more to the notion of the American dream that is alive and well. Upon graduating from high school, my older brother and I enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. I earned the honor of serving 5 years of active duty as a Marine, during which I spent 2 years in Afghanistan and Iraq. After being on... Thank you. After being honorably discharged, I transitioned back home to Peoria, and started college. This was a drastic change from the military to the civilian life. It was a time of putting many aspects of my life into perspective. The most resounding perspective I came to have was gratitude. Gratitude for having come back home to my family. Gratitude for the many who have supported me in my life. Gratitude for the teachers and mentors I had as a child, even at some schools that have since closed. Gratitude for my mother, who for years raised us alone and who continues to work hard as a housekeeper after 20+ years. Gratitude for the lessons she taught me as a person who lives humility and patience as naturally as she breathes air. None of us can fully become who we are without the help of many along the way. So I began college with the mindset that anything but my absolute best would be unappreciative of those who have helped me, and that everything I could accomplish, I would dedicate to my mother and those who have supported me to show the return on their investment. So then came my ongoing ride here at ICC. Thanks to the support and the scholarships I've received, I've been able to immerse myself completely in my academics, and equally important, I've been able to immerse myself in serving others. I'm a third-year mechanical engineering student, and have been able to maintain a high GPA. After my first semester, I was inducted into Phi Theta Kappa, the International Honor Society. I was elected chapter president of our local chapter at ICC, and I began coordinating, along with a handful of other students, a project called Walk Sudan. Over the next 2 years, we turned an idea into a real-life movement that has raised more than $85,000 and more than 50,000 books. We are well on our way to building an education center in Panjshir County in southern Sudan. When the education center is finished, we will demonstrate that a small Midwestern city like Peoria can build a community on the other side of the world. Along the way, I was encouraged by faculty at ICC to run for international office at Phi Theta Kappa. I accepted the challenge, though I was scared. I grew up a painfully shy person. I prepared and campaigned for months, and then the moment came. In April of this year, I attended a week-long convention in Grapevine, Texas, where thousands of honor students from around the world met for the final week of campaigning. I was one of 24 candidates with the hopes of being elected an international vice president of the society, which serves more than 2 million members. The week was an incredible experience. If you could imagine talking to thousands of honor students on a daily basis, receiving countless questions, political questions, questions regarding my platform, questions regarding the society. To my surprise, on Friday evening of the week, I was announced as one of 2 finalists. ICC then did something that I will forever treasure. Illinois Central College was able to fly my mother in time for a Saturday morning speech that I gave to the 4,000 in attendance. To have my mother there, to share that moment with her, is something that I will treasure for the rest of my life. Moreover, that night, I was announced as the winner of the elections and formally inducted, again, in front of my mother and the thousands in attendance. Today, I am serving out my term while serving on a local committee of our local Office of Habitat for Humanity and volunteering myself in a multitude of ways throughout the community here in Peoria. So this is just one story of many stories at Illinois Central College. I want to say to the foundation and to its donors, on behalf of all of my fellow scholarship recipients, thank you. Your generosity serves far beyond helping an individual student. By helping me, you allow me and many other students to serve our communities, to make a difference in the world, to create cherished moments with families, to excel in our academics so that one day we will lead our world to a better tomorrow. So just like the feather advancing through life in the scene that I mentioned, we appreciate the fresh breeze you provide with your support and dedication. Thank you.